What's up, everybody, and welcome to my AEW review. This is the Holiday Bash review. Christmas week it is for AEW this week. Bear with me with this review. My voice is not there where it is right now, so I'm going to do my best to review this whole show. But this Holiday Bash show had a lot going on tonight. I mean, a lot going on tonight. Charlotte, North Carolina, well, not Charlotte, but Greensboro, North Carolina, I should say, tonight they were in. And we kicked it off with Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy. This match, listen, some are going to like this match, some are going to hate this match. This match, honestly, was in a way. I'm surprised it went that long, too, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to say right now, why is Adam Cole taking damn near 20 minutes to beat the guy that puts his hands in his pockets? I'm sure a lot are going to say that. Honestly, I didn't even think he was over that much, Orange Cassidy, when he came out, until probably later in the match. Cole's still over, of course, but listen, the match itself was, I thought it was what it was, and I know the Young Bucks and Cutler came out, and then the Best Friends came out to basically fight them off then, and then, of course, what? Basically, we had like back and forth finishers from the beach break to the Panama Sunrise and whatnot. Next thing you know, Cole was setting up for the last shot. Cassidy got out the way and whatnot, tried to go for the orange punch and stuff. Bobby Fish came out there and basically distracted the ref forever. And I mean, he distracted the ref forever just for Kyle O'Reilly to come in. Kyle O'Reilly making his AEW review tonight. AEW debut tonight. So, obviously, Kyle O'Reilly is here. His contract expired with NXT. At first, I was going to say it hasn't been 30 days, but his contract expired, and, he was done at this point. So, obviously, we all knew Kyle O'Reilly was going to come here anyways to AEW, and, of course, reform. Might not put the hat up, the Undisputed Era. So, yes, most of the Undisputed Era is in AEW now. So, finally, they are all back together, it looks like. But basically, after Kyle O'Reilly did his kickboxing thing, Cole did the last shot and won the match. Kyle and Cole had a stare down there. And basically, I don't think Kyle still trusts Cole. At least they remember what happened in NXT not that long ago. And I look at and here's the rest. The rest of the segment. The Best Friends came out then. Basically, Fish and O'Reilly, still hit the total elimination on Trent and whatnot. Basically, Red Dragon's back together, Undisputed Era is back together. The Young Bucks came down, looked confused as Cole and Red Dragon and the Undisputed Era stood together, or the not Undisputed Era, as the Bucks looked on as Cole. Just kind of, if people wonder whose side is Cole on at this point. There's a lot of things to say about this. Like I said, either you're gonna like the match or hate the match. I don't think it should damn near win 20 minutes, but hey, they still believe in Cassidy like that, apparently. But Cole, at least I can say now, he may be out of the Goof Squad at this point in time. The Undisputed Era is back, so I guess it's just time to fuck shit up again. I look at Kyle O'Reilly, and I'm not surprised he's really back in this group, or just back at Red Dragon as usual. Because I look at the whole singles thing with him, it's like this. They tried to make him a single star. And listen, me and my co-hosts have talked about this since the War Games review, that Kyle O'Reilly, great wrestler, but mostly on a tag team perspective. Put him in a singles. We saw what happened in NXT. I can go back to Ring of Honor when he was the Ring of Honor champion in a way, and how long that lasted, because it looks like his feuds are only really that great when it's against Adam Cole. And some would say that's mostly Cole doing the talking and whatnot. Not to say Kyle O'Reilly is that bad on the mic, but when he was on his own in NXT, not before the old 2.0 stuff, but when he was on for a minute, I always thought he was just kind of trying to be quirky or something, and I felt like he dressed like a hipster when he came out there, and I just didn't think his promos were all that good and whatnot. And I feel like Kyle O'Reilly was more of a mid-card guy than a main eventer and whatnot. I like Kyle O'Reilly, and I think the stuff worked with Balor, but I feel like after, Cole and whatnot, something about it just was not really working. And I think there's a reason why they had put him in a tag team with Von Wagner, which even though I feel like he had to carry with at the time for that 2.0 stuff. That's why I kind of felt Kyle was just kind of leading. I see got a haircut and whatnot, so he's back to being regular Kyle O'Reilly and not whatever look he was trying to go in NXT right now. So it's no surprise that he is here and this is happening. But yes, the Undisputed Era is back together. Come on, we all saw the fans chant Undisputed out there. So at least Cole, maybe something important is going to happen. I guess it's them versus the Elite now, but it looks like people are more on the side of the Undisputed Era and whatnot. So, yeah, Kyle O'Reilly, folks, AEW. It's not the biggest surprise. So, it wasn't that, but Kyle is here. But I still think it's funny that the ref took forever to notice he was there, almost like 2 minutes. So I thought that was kind of funny. But continuing the show, though, we did get Hangman Page. Hangman Page coming out with Tony Schiavone to be interviewed. Basically, January 5th, the AEW title will be on the line in a 60-minute match. It looks like, I guess, basically no time limit, or a, you know, Iron Man match at this point in time. Because basically, Hangman did a lot what he could out there. After 60 minutes, covered in blood and sweat. He still had the title and whatnot, but, he feels like it was a disappointment. Bryan Danielson came out there, basically, calling Hangman an entitled millennial cowboy. Basically, you're disappointed. Everyone and whatnot, even though you're still the champion and whatnot. Basically, you got your ass kicked for 60 minutes and whatnot, and I should be the champion right now, as Danielson said. And Bryan says, I'm going to cry about it, or it's all about how sad I am. I have a rematch, all right? And I'm going to kick your ass again, basically. And since he's going to do that, he tried to say that his leg was hurt before by John Silver and whatnot, because if it wasn't for that, he'd be the AEW champion right now. But Danielson went on, basically said, I'm not going to make that mistake again. And I wouldn't wrestle again until January the 5th, okay? And basically, you, Paige, come out here and complain and whatnot. And basically, I'm going to get a winner. But this time, we're going to have somebody to decide on the winner. We're going to have, I guess, judges for something? I feel like they did this in WCW before, having judges in matches. Or damn near even, didn't Billy Corgan do that in Impact with that Grand Championship and had judges too? I do remember that happening also. But I do remember WCW doing that to determine the world champion at one point, having judges and whatnot. But Paige basically said, we could have done a lot of matches, table, ladder, inferno, all that stuff. But this is a match without any time limits. And you want judges, fine, fine by me. But basically, you better have those guys some paydays and everything, okay? Because listen, it's not to have. Because he worked hard to get where he is, to have some old prick tell him he wasn't good enough, or he's like a B+ player. So you better pay these judges well and whatnot, because they're not going to be needed when I beat you on January 5th and put an end to this. So very good promo from both Danielson and Paige out there. Next, MJF and Pinnacle were in the back, basically talking about CM Punk and whatnot. And MJF talking about, we need to see the real CM Punk. You want to break up our team and whatnot. Talk about Wardlow, saying he wasn't there to protect them and everything. Basically taking shots at Wardlow, basically showing some dissension and whatnot between Wardlow and MJF once again. So we'll see what happens with them. But, he talked about Darby, having the thinnest knife to small skin animals, or Sting in this Krusty the Clown makeup and whatnot. Dax Harwood said, we don't have any beef with Punk, but you want to threaten our family and whatnot. So now, we're going to give you no choice this time, and we're going to solve it tonight. Good promos, especially back-to-back segments from both the Pinnacle and, like I said before, Danielson and Paige. So very good promos from there. Wardlow went against Captain Sean Dean. Wardlow won with 4 power bombs. So we are really getting this power bomb thing over. So that is looking pretty good right now. But right after Spears came in and started hitting Dean with the chair, Wardlow was pissed and walked off then after that. So more dissension with Wardlow and the Pinnacle, I see. Dan Lambert cut a promo in the back, talking about Rampage coming up, and talk about a lot of people he's trained and been successful, but Tony Khan, he's the opposite. If you're a friend, you become an AVP around here, and you get all the opportunities in the world, but a lot of other guys there are standing in the background, talking about the Scorpio Sky becoming the first ever AEW Tag Team Champions. By the way, where's Frank Kazarian? Basically, talking about he beat Chris Jericho twice, and where's his opportunity? When's he going to get that? Cody and Sammy Guevara, they can have their title and whatnot, and talk about Cody is a bigger dick than he is. Whether it's Sammy or Cody, this title now belongs next to America Top Team. Obviously, with the whole Cody Rhodes and Sammy Guevara title match coming up this Saturday on AEW. Britt Baker is interviewed in the back with Tony Schiavone for a Christmas party, talking about Rio and whatnot. saying that it's the year of Britt Baker, DMD. Rio is a fool thinking that she's going to win the title. And basically, you better be careful because you could shoot your eye out. I know the reference to that movie. Next, we got a video package of Owen Hart for this tournament coming up, next year and whatnot. And then finishing Double or Nothing. Like I said, it was nice to see some of the roster, which people have worked with Owen Hart, from Matt Hardy, I believe, Mark Henry, Dustin Rhodes, and people that have fans of like Adam Cole and others. The footage they could use, I think it's enough. I think it was either from Stampede Wrestling or mostly New Japan because it was matches against, Owen Hart and Jushin Thunder Liger and whatnot. We all know they can't use stuff from the WWE and whatnot, okay? But, it's like family videos and just a lot of things they have for Owen Hart. So it is still nice what AEW is doing in this tournament. I know it's been a lot of backlash ever since this was announced about Owen Hart and the company, AEW working together and whatnot. Because I'm sure, like, a lot of people are already ranting about that tonight. Mostly WWE fans, it looks like. But, it's like I said, not Owen, but, his widow has every right to be pissed at the WWE. We all know that. So I don't know why people are complaining still about, Martha Hart working with AEW. She's not going to work with the WWE. We all know that's not going to happen. We know they're going to have beef forever, okay? Come on, she's still going to say that they killed her husband at the end of the day, all right? And you don't even have to watch the Dark Side of the Ring thing to know that, too. But people are still going to argue about that. So, there you go. But, it is still pretty cool that they are doing this Owen Hart tournament. It was kind of, like I said, cool to see the footage that they could actually use for Owen Hart. Because like I said before, I wonder how much footage could they use, of Owen Hart and whatnot. So, very good way to start off this tournament coming up next year and whatnot. Next, Nyla Rose went against Ruby Soho. I saw this online tonight, and I told my friend he was on the show the other day with the big review. I guess they just let people bring in any signs. I didn't really see them. Some dude had Nyla Rose somehow pointing to this guy's dad, and somehow Runaway Ruby Soho back to as a hoe and whatnot. I didn't really see the signs. People are savage for that, but I'm surprised they even got to the front row and everything with that whole stuff. And listen, it's like, come on, Nyla Rose did get payback out there. You saw Nyla Rose put the middle finger up at the guy, so ain't really not that much to talk about. Listen, I've seen worse signs in the Attitude Era. I wasn't even paying attention until someone told me about it. Okay, because I get where they were going for. Listen, at the end of the day, we know Nyla Rose is a guy. Okay, we know that. I'm not really gonna pay attention to it at this point. I just don't give a fuck at this point. Okay, I know it's a dude, so what the fuck difference is it making at this point? All right, but I'm almost surprised that dude even got to the front row with that sign and everything. So didn't really know until it was there. But hey, fans want to be savages today, I see. So boom, there you go. But next, like I said, Nyla Rose and Ruby Soho. Honestly, this match was okay. I never had any doubt in my mind that Ruby Soho was going to lose. It just never looked like it. The match was a little bit clunky here and there, especially with the whole jacket thing in the beginning. But the whole the no fear. That's what Ruby's calling her kick now, whatnot, off the top rope or the second rope was good. So that was not bad, but but still, I never had any doubt Ruby was ever gonna lose. I just said, we all know Ruby's gonna win, right? I just never. I'm surprised Vicky Guerrero took a kick to the face, so that tells you something too. Next, I know there's a video package for Serena Deeb and Hikaru Shida. Deeb basically wanted a rematch. Malachi Black went against Griff Garrison. This man Garrison was a dead man out here, and that's what happened. Except Black won by submission and kicked all of Brian Pillman Jr.'s head off like it was like his head literally could have fallen off right there. That's what it looked like. Okay, so boom, kicked his head off. All right. Matt Hardy talked about Private Party. I guess it's going to be Isaiah Cassidy versus Jungle Boy on Christmas Day or Christmas night or whatever you want to call it. So Christian even plugged in the merch they had and whatnot for them. Basically, Christian and the Jungle Express are standing there with each other. In the main event, though, which basically filled out the rest of this show. It's a very long main event, but this was fun. CM Punk, Darby Allin, Sting versus MJF and FTR. Sting, basically all of them coming out in face paint. Sting coming out with like the Chicago style CM Punk face paint, and Darby Allin kind of having like the what was like purple type face paint of Sting, and CM Punk having the Surfer Sting gear, even the tights also. So it was almost like Surfer Punk he was out there, just like Surfer Sting, he was Surfer Punk. This was insane match. Okay, first off, every time Darby does a dive, it looks like it's a speeding bullet coming at you at the same time. But this match was insane. Sting jumping off the top rope. Sting just proves this guy. Sting can prove he could still go even to this day. So why are we really even surprised at this? Sting still fucking has it. All right. But this match was just insane. Darby going over the timekeeper table with MJF looked insane. It was just crazy shit all over the place on this match. It was that insane. But it ended up with Dax taking the bullet and whatnot, saving I think MJF or and whatnot. Basically, Punk got the GTS, Sting got the Scorpion Death Drop, and Darby got the Coffin Drop. So basically, that was the win right there. They celebrated after that. MJF got on commentary saying that Punk was a coward and couldn't touch him and whatnot, as the faces celebrated as the show ended. Overall, a really good show. I enjoyed it. Of course, we got the debut of Kyle O'Reilly. I thought the main event was really good. Really good promos, too. Only thing that wasn't really that good was the women's match. Not that it sucked or anything. It just never had any doubt in my mind who was going to lose here. Okay? Why is my dog barking at me while I'm doing a review? This dog must want to go to the bathroom. So, yeah, a pretty good show, though, overall at AEW. Okay? And Black just kicked the whole guy's head off. But, yeah, that's basically the whole show, all right? So, yes, this was the holiday bash for AEW. I'm out of here. See you guys then. Peace. It's best I go walk this dog right now. Out. And check out my end of the year review that is uploading online right now. Peace.